Hey friends, it's Gazit Haya, and I don't know about you from your perspective outside of my head, but my voice is like dramatically lower. Today specifically, but I think for like the past couple of weeks. It's been 2 months since I posted. It's been 7 months since I started low dose testosterone. I started first on gel, and then I pretty quickly switched to injection and was doing 2 milliliters every week for until last month. So I was doing that for like 6 months. And then I was struggling with like it was just like so much anxiety about the actual shot. I was having to give it to myself. And I wish I had known this, but I went through a whole thing and said like the shot's too stressful to me, to my doctor, and can I go back on the gel and just see how it works? And she was like, I don't think it'll be as good. Like it doesn't go into your system the same way. I really think you need to stay with the shot. And I was like, I can't handle it. It's too painful. It's too scary. Like I'm having too much anxiety and I just am so stressed out by it and I just want to try the gel. And then like 3 weeks later when I met with my other doctor, she was like, you definitely could have just come in and gotten your shots here at the office. Like that's no problem. So I probably would have made a different decision if I had known that, but I'm glad that I tried the gel again. This is the gel. It's not the one that I see most people have. It's called Fortesta, and it's a lower concentration. So a lot of low dose people take like Androgel or the generic equivalent, and you only have to do 2 pumps of that for a low dose. Um, but this is zero point 0.5 grams of gel is 10 milligrams of testosterone. So I do 4 pumps of this every day. And I put it on my thighs, which the androgel, you put it on your shoulders. So they're just like, I don't know what the real difference is between that, but that's just like where you're supposed to put this. Um, so, anyways, I could have done the shot still probably because I could have gone into the office to do the shot, which ask your provider if you can do that. Um, because it was so stressful for me to give the shot to myself. I tried to be like a really good sport and I showed myself giving the shot on here several times. And like sometimes it would be totally fine. And sometimes it would really hurt. And sometimes it would bleed a lot. And like all of that was just the unknown, like not knowing what it was gonna be and when it was gonna be hard and when it was gonna not be. And like all of it was so stressful to me. But also there was this element where they call it like a trough. Like I would give it to myself, once a week. So on that first day when I had just taken the shot, it felt like so much in my system. Like it just felt really strong in my system, almost too much. And then by the end of the week, it felt like I really want it. Like I was really missing it. So it was kind of like it was strong and then it like got lower. That's the like trough. And then it would go back up again. And so there was like this element to it, which I was curious like, if I did the gel, would it not have that effect because I'd just be getting it every day? So, all of that to say, my doctor was discouraging, like, don't switch to the gel, it's not going to be as good. But I just wanted to try it. So, I did. The first 3 weeks were really hard. Like, it almost felt like I was having like a depression, kind of, not completely, but it was like, what is going on? Like, I just was feeling terrible, really sad. Like, I was a little teary. Like, it was sort of how people describe it when they come off of testosterone. I think probably there was an element to which, like, it took a while for my body to figure out that I was putting it in this way and to adjust to having it not in the other way. Because the other way is like intramuscular and it was like just going straight into my system and like really getting in there. And I think my body kind of had to like figure out how to absorb it. And for the first week, I was doing it just on my thighs. Then for the second week, I was like, let me try it. My doctor had said, like, if you really want to, you can try putting it on your shoulders and your lower belly. So I tried, I put like 2 pumps on my 1 pump on each thigh, 1 pump on each shoulder, 1 pump on my stomach, like, to see if I could just, like, get it in every which way. I eventually ended up just feeling like it felt best to just put it on my thighs, because also you don't want other people being exposed to it or touching it, and I have a kid, and, like, I just wanted it to be something that I could just put pants on, and, like, I know that it's not gonna touch anything. Um, so all of that to say, it took quite a few weeks, like 3 weeks, to really feel okay again. And I'm feeling great. I'm feeling totally fine. I don't feel that high and low, which I really like. I really like having it every day because it just sort of psychologically feels like, I'm getting my thing like every day. I also love not taking the shot. Um, and I'm curious because my period had stopped a few months ago. It's been like 3 months. So I'm curious, like, is my period gonna come back? Because a lot of people say that the gel is just less of an effect than the shot. So we'll see, but so far it hasn't. It's only been like 5 weeks or so with the gel. Um, I don't mind if my period comes back. Like, that really wasn't something that I was like needing to happen. Um, I have a few of the other like updates in the last couple months is I was beginning to have more like little bits of facial hair. I definitely am having like a lot more like this hair was just all like peach fuzzy and it just was getting like long-ish. So it wasn't like dark, it was still like clear, hair, but it was just like long-ish. And on one of my last haircuts, the barber, like, went ahead when they're doing the sideburns, he went ahead and, like, shaved some of it here. Like, he couldn't see all of it because I had a mask on, but he, like, shaved some of it here. So then I have, like, this patch of no hair and this patch of, like, lots of peach fuzzy. So I just shaved it all, which felt fine. And I have, like, more around here. Um Nothing is to the point where I think that, like, any other person would notice it. My kid has noticed it because we spend a lot of time together. Um, so I would say, like, maybe once or twice, like, once every 2 weeks, I'm like, "Oh, maybe I'll shave it all off." But, like, I don't think it like, you wouldn't really notice it even if I didn't. So it's kind of, like, in an in-between place, and I'm totally fine with it. Um, my voice is the thing that I've been noticing a lot lately. Like every single person is like, "Oh, are you sick?" Um, which I have been feeling like I have like a sore throat. And I did ask my doctor about that. And she was like, "Oh, yeah, that'll happen for a good 6 months to a year as your voice changes." And here's what I think is happening, and I realized this morning. So when I go to talk, like my regular habit is to talk in this pitch that was like my regular pitch. So if I go to talk in that pitch, which is like my old, you can hear it. Sounds like I like definitely have a sore throat, like something weird is happening. Like it sounds like I'm super sick, right? So my habit was to talk in that pitch. And if I talk in that pitch, then it sounds like this, like strangled. So, and it hurts. So people are like, "Oh my gosh, are you so sick?" And I'm like, no, I'm just, my voice is changing, right? Sounds ridiculous. So this morning, I realized that I can talk in this pitch. And in this pitch, it doesn't sound all strangly like that. And it doesn't sound like I'm sick, I don't think. It just sounds very, very weird to me. So I don't know what it sounds like outside of my head. But maybe I'll try listening to this recording. But when I talk at this lower pitch, it almost feels like I'm like going like this. Like it feels physically lower, which I don't know if that's actually physically something. It feels physically lower, like where my vocal folds are feels physically lower. Um and it sounds weird and it sounds like I'm like trying to pretend to talk in a different voice, but as you can see, like it's not cracking here. So I think some of what I need to do is like tell myself like, "Oh, go into the lower pitch and then I won't sound like I'm sick." but I don't sound like me. And I think I feel a mixture of like embarrassed that my voice is suddenly so low because it's like, other than this, like, there's been no sign that other people can really tell that I'm on hormones. But this is definitely noticeable, and I think I feel, like, nervous for my kid because the other day, I think I might have said this the other day, like, I woke up and just, like, said something in this pitch, and, like, my kid got actually startled, like, thinking there was, like, a stranger in the house. So I feel like, that's just, like, sad about that, but at the same time, I'm reminding myself, like, that's okay, like, my kid can get used to it, and having my voice be different is not, like, a problem, it's not hurting anybody, and, yeah, so that's that. My voice is definitely different. I think I shared on here that, like, I have a voice password on my, retirement account, and I called and, like, it was didn't recognize my voice, and so I may have to, like, talk to them and re-record that or something. But, okay, so yeah, my voice is definitely lower. The other thing is, like, I cannot sing. I love to sing. I consider myself not, like, a professional singer, but somebody who really enjoys singing and is not, like, terrible at it. Um, I was, like, in musical theater all of my childhood. Like, I really love to sing, and I definitely, like, sing with music in the car or at home all the time. Okay, I can no longer sing with the music. It's like I am like searching for the pitch. Like I cannot find it anywhere. I am like seriously, I have no idea where the tune is anymore. It's very weird. I think it's because my like if I try to sing in my normal where I would go, it's like how it was a minute ago, like, just, like, completely cracking and falling apart, and, like, I can't hold a note at all. So, I don't know, I'm gonna have to, like, relearn how to sing, which is sort of sad to me because I really enjoy singing, but, I'm sure I'll figure it out. The other thing is that my body, like, shape has really been changing, and this is another thing that I didn't realize. So, I don't totally understand the science of it, but I have technically gained, like, 20 pounds, which feels like a lot and was kind of, like, startling to me. Um, but I think it's because of the muscle instead of the fat thing. So, you, like, gain muscle when you have more testosterone because my clothes are so I still can wear the same size clothes, but they're definitely fitting much different. So this is not a good like outfit because it's so baggy to show you, but my shoulders are like significantly wider. Like I can see them in my peripheral vision in a weird way. And then like my this area, my hips are like way less and my thighs are bigger. So, like, I have stretch marks on my, like, where my thigh meets my pelvis. Like, that area has gotten bigger, and my shoulders are, like, significantly bigger. So, if, like, in t shirts, my shoulders are, like, tight, but my see, it's tricky because I wear clothes really loose. So, like, all of my clothes fit the same, but I know that my body is very differently shaped. So all that to say, it's definitely like bigger shoulders, smaller hips, which I know is like a thing, but it's significant, like noticeable, a lot noticeable when I um see my body, which is interesting. Um yeah, I'm wondering if there's anything else that I have been noticing that I haven't shared yet. Oh, so I definitely have like more I've ongoing the whole time. It was one of my first things that I noticed was acne. Like I've had more acne like on my face and my chest and my shoulders, my arms. I did see a thing by Elise Myers that said like dandruff shampoo can be really good for acne. So I've been trying that. I feel like maybe it's been helping. It's like it hasn't been that bad lately. So there's that, but I feel like my face is, like, older looking, and I feel like my pores are a lot bigger, which I looked up. Like, I never noticed my pores on my face before, but I looked it up, and, like, it is a thing that, there's, like, a different kind of oil. Oh, also, the, like, pee smelling really bad. My pee definitely smells, like, so disgusting to me, um, unless I, like, drink a lot of water. So I've been trying to drink a lot of water, but I'm not a great water drinker. So there's that. Um, what else? Yeah, I had this funny dream, the other night that my, sister was in my dream, and she said, "Oh my gosh, you look so much like dad right now for some reason." And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's because 'cause I'm taking testosterone." And it was, like, it doesn't seem like that meaningful of an interaction, but, it felt really meaningful because of the way in the dream that I was just, like, so casual about it and just, like, really comfortable because I don't have that kind of, like, I don't regularly talk to her, and we don't have, like, a really chill relationship, and certainly not around me taking testosterone, like, I haven't talked to my family about that at all. Um, so it was really nice to see how, like, comfortable I was in the dream and how, like, when I was growing up, if someone had said that, like, I looked like a man, that would have been, like, a put down, and even my aunt has told me before, like, when I had my head shaved, like, "Oh, I would never do that because I would end up just looking like your dad," and I wanna be like, "Why is everyone putting down my dad? Like, my dad's not a bad-looking guy." But, I really liked how in the dream I was just like, "Oh, yeah, it's because 'cause I'm taking testosterone, that makes sense." So I liked that. Just seemed like a, like, subconscious level, like, relax, like, acceptance about it, which is really nice. So yeah, hope everyone is taking really good care, and you know, anyone who sees this who is not a trans person, like, I really encourage you to consider how much better, like, how this really is like healthcare. It really has made my life like a lot more possible. Like, it's just remarkable how much, how significantly it has improved my mental health, and that, like, it also has not negatively affected anybody. Like, it really has no negative effect on the world, and it has such a huge positive effect on me, which I feel like does have a positive effect on the world. And, like, each of us makes such a difference. Like, if I'm feeling really depressed, that'll affect the world. And if I'm feeling good and capable and strong and healthy and, like, able to do my life, that has a really positive effect on the world. And um is right now so much is happening to try to limit trans people's access, and, like, for what? For what? Like, if we help people be happy and strong and healthy, then they're going to contribute more. Like, your life will benefit. If we give deny them access to healthcare, like, it will affect all of us. So anyway, sending so much love. Take such good care, everyone.